Hey, ChatGPT, based on all the stories we talked about at the beginning, what do you think we should cover next?
Let's dive into the story about the GOP asking Trump to kill DirectFile. It's a pretty significant topic and could have major implications for taxpayers and the accounting profession. What do you think?
All right, let's do it. David, what is happening?
Well, before we do that, if maybe ChatGPT could give us a 30-second background of what DirectFile is.
Sure thing. DirectFile is a system proposed by the IRS that would allow taxpayers to file their taxes directly with the IRS for free, bypassing commercial tax software. It's aimed at making tax filing simpler and more accessible for individuals. The idea is to provide a free alternative to the paid options currently available.
So it's not just proposed, it's been launched. So DirectFile launched last year to 12 states and serviced approximately 140,000 taxpayers. And then this year, it's due to roll out to 12 more, so 24 states in total. So basically half the country would be using DirectFile. So on December 10th, 29 members of Congress addressed a letter to Trump, really talking about that, they're just attacking DirectFile. They're asking him that he should eliminate it on day one as an executive action. Their argument is they don't like that DirectFile makes the IRS a tax assessor, a collector, a preparer, and an enforcer. Right? It becomes all those things. Their other argument, which we'll get into, is that Congress they have to decide to make these things, not the IRS. The Congress decides what gets built, not the IRS. They did some interesting math, though. They said that they took the total amount budgeted by the total number of taxpayers who used it. They concluded that the cost was $814 a return. So
Right, but that was for the years that have, that's if you take the total cost of the program so far and you divide it by the number of returns.
Yes.
But that cost per return will go way down as the program continues.
Yes. And they didn't compare it to whatever it costs the IRS to process a normal return right now.
Right.
They didn't include those numbers. What I found interesting about this letter, so again, addressed to Trump, signed by 29 members of Congress, but then at the bottom it had a CC'd section.
CC'd, like
they
carbon copy?
CC'd, yeah. Elon Musk, Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Vivek Ramaswamy, Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Scott Bessent, who you just spoke about, U.S. Department of the Treasury. And then Russell, it's either VOTE or VOT, Office of Management and Budget. Now, if I'm not wrong, there is no Department of Government Efficiency. This is a fictitious thing, right? It doesn't actually exist, right? And I suspect it can't exist without Congress creating a department. So the exact thing they're complaining about is somebody doing something that Congress should do. They're completely supporting something that Congress didn't do.
So hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy at its finest in politics.
Well, what I want to know is how many of these Republican politicians are getting donations from Intuit, from H&R Block, from all of these companies that make tax software that used to make a bunch of money doing this, with their free file thing. I
researched that a little bit when I was getting my hot tea before we started to record. As far as I can tell, Intuit has not donated to the inauguration. Intuit didn't really make massive donations to Republicans in general in 2024. Way slanted towards hundreds of thousands of dollars to Democrats and maybe 80,000 to Republicans.
So what's the motivation for this? Why are these Republicans so anti DirectFile?